to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not to have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Before we move on to Srimad Bhagavatam class, may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Akhtar from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Daksha Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining every day and announcing your name first. Welcome to the call, Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Ishramati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your recitation. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shamagari Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna Shamagauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and all glories to your wonderful services to the group. Very grateful to you, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from Hyderabad, India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining from India. We are very grateful to you and all glories to your wonderful services to the group. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Priti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. I was thinking, where are you? Why you did not announce and you came? Thank you so much. Welcome to the call.
Cannot unmute Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Chakravarti Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto 15th chapter 78th verse. I think we are almost ending the 7th canto. I'm so happy that we are about to finish the 7th canto. Before I hand over the call to Prabhu, I would like to read his brief introduction. One second, give me a minute. Okay. His Grace Chakravarti Prabhu came in contact with ISKCON in the year 2005. He has done his MBA HR from Symbiosis Institute. What, Mataji, is somebody calling me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. I don't think introduction is needed, that's all.
Okay, Prabhuji, whatever you feel, but we always try to give introduction. And you have come after a long time, Prabhuji. That's why I was reading. But if you feel that you don't want it, I can stop. But your services to ISKCON is glorious, Prabhuji. We are very fortunate to have you on the call. I would like to hand over the call to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, are you ready to start or do you need a couple of minutes?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Are you ready to start the class, Prabhuji, or do you need a couple of minutes?
No,
Yeah, I can see you, Prabhuji. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Once again, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you. Very happy to see you after a long time, Prabhuji, in Bhakti Sangha. I now hand over the call to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I think Prabhuji lost his connection. Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. We can see you and hear you.
Thank you. Let me know if I can start.
Yes, Prabhuji, you can start, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
You display the verse?
Yes, Prabhuji. Induleka Karuna Mataji will be displaying the verse.
Hare Krishna. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 15, and text number 78. Shri Shuka Uvacha Iti Devarshina Proktam Nishamya Bharatarshavaha Pujayam Asa Supritaha Krishnam Cha Prema Vivala. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Shri Sukadeva Goswami said, Maharaj Yudhishthir, the best member of the Bharat dynasty, thus learned everything from the descriptions of Narada Muni. After hearing these instructions, he felt great pleasure from within his heart and in great ecstasy, love and affection. He worshipped Lord Krishna. Purport. It is natural that when someone belonging to one's family circle is understood to be very great, one becomes ecstatic in love, thinking, oh, such a great personality is our relative. When Sri Krishna, who was already known to the Pandavas, was further described by Narada Muni to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead, naturally the Pandavas were amazed. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is with us as our cousin. Certainly, their ecstasy was extraordinary. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nite Namani Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatani Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namano Bhagavate Krishna He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kantaradhakan Tanamasude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Congratulations to all of you about to complete 7th canto. So almost half of the Srimad Bhagavatam you would have discussed in great details, rather, I would say. 2 more verses to go, and then you will enter amazing canto, the 8th canto. All the descriptions of so many Manvantara avatars and wonderful pastimes. Bali Maharaj surrendering to Lord Vamana, Gajendra Moksh, Matsya avatar. So many wonderful pastimes you will witness in the 8th canto after witnessing amazing Narsinga Leela and instructions of Sri Narada Muni. So yesterday you would have discussed, yesterday was Ram Navami, so maybe you would have discussed about Lord Ram. But before that, the last verse which you would have discussed is Narada Muni speaking to Yudhishthira, and culmination of the instructions that who you are, you should know. Lord Krishna is acting as your cousin, but he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it's not an ordinary thing. And Srila Prabhupada mentions this in today's verse, that if you know that your relative is such a great personality, you will definitely be more amazed and overwhelmed with such emotions. So now, after hearing Narada Muni's instruction on different matters, this entire canto was started by Narada Muni, giving answer to the question of Yudhishthira Maharaj, that if Supreme Lord is equal to everyone, which is the title of the first chapter, then how come, we see, or rather he is asking that how come Shishupal, who's influenced by demoniac force, who's acting under demoniac force, and he's been delivered, such a demoniac person. And that is where the 7th canto starts, and Narada Muni says the Lord is equal to everyone. The Supreme Lord is equal to everyone. And culminating the instruction that, you should be greatly fortunate that same Supreme Lord, Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak, Ananta Koti Vaikuntha Nayak, the source of all incarnations, the source of entire creation, he is in your house as your cousin. He treats you as your cousin. That's more amazing. It's like if you know the president of your nation, that's good. But that's not something extraordinary. If president knows you, then that is something. And if president comes to your house saying that, oh, you're my friend, and entire media is watching, everyone in the world is watching, that's so amazing. And if the president of the country, he comes and stays with you, oh, he's not only my friend, he's my brother, and he comes and stays with you for a few months, what will happen to you? And not only that, the president of this state, he comes and bows down to your mother, bows down to you, and embraces your younger brother, then what will happen? But that person is president of only one small country. There are 200 countries. Okay, some may be small, some may be bigger, but 200 countries. Then this is only planet Earth. There are so many planets in the earthly planetary system. And there are 14 such planetary systems. And this comprises of one universe. And this is the smallest universe which we are living in. And there are innumerable, unlimited universes. And all those universes, unlimited and finite universes, only comprise of 25% of the creation. There's another 75%. And not only Brahma and Shiva and others, but Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan, Lord Varahadev, Vamanadev, Narsingadev, Lord Ram, Balaram, all are his expansions. He is the only complete whole. He is the only complete Supreme Personality of Godhead, of this unlimited, creation. Nobody can even estimate how big it is. It's unlimited. Even Lord Ananta cannot estimate. And that personality is telling and coming and staying in your house for a few months, regularly, every year. And he's telling, oh, you're my brother. Just look at the fortune. What Yudhishthira Maharaj would have done in his previous lives. How much devotion it takes so that the Supreme Lord Krishna comes and stays in your house. And day in, day out, staying with you, talking to you, eating with you. What great fortune or what activities Pandavas would have done, and Mother Kunti, that Krishna is coming and staying. That is what Narad Muni is trying to explain. So, now what to do? There are three options in front of us when we hear this. First, we become envious of Yudhishthira. What is the big deal? Come on. Okay, so what? Krishna came to your house, stayed, so it's okay. It's okay. Not a big deal. Krishna is dancing on my tongue when I chant Hare Krishna. Forget about house. Krishna is staying in my heart. Always. Not only few months in a year, always. So I'm no less. That's okay, you are Yudhishthira Maharaj. That's a big deal. That's not a big deal. So either we become envious. Now someone of you may be thinking, Hare, how can we become envious of Yudhishthira? If you cannot become envious of Yudhishthira, why do we become envious of the devotees around us? I'll give you a simple logic behind this. If you have a plan to go out, you get ready, you go out, and it rains. Your plan is, trashed. Moghasha, Mogha Karmano, Moghasha. Hope is thrashed, baffled, Krishna says. Then what do? You cannot fight with Indra. Even if you know where his house is, even if you know he's the Indra, is the person who spoiled your plan, you cannot do anything because he's too big, he's far away. So when people are too big, too far away, we cannot talk about them. We cannot connect with them. But if you're walking and someone, on the street throws a bucket of water from his house, from 10th floor, and comes like a shower on your body, then you make sure you go up, kick that person, abuse that person. And then, went out all the emotions from last few days, few weeks, few months. Everything went out. And then come out. Still be frustrated. So similarly, we definitely cannot become envious of Krishna because envious of Yudhishthira, because Yudhishthira is far, very far off, very big. If we were with Yudhishthira, we would have definitely become envious. Duryodhana became envious of Yudhishthira. What are we talking that we cannot become envious of Yudhishthira? Duryodhana became envious. That's all right. Because envy is deep rooted. You may not become envious of a person, just a traveler traveling by outside your house. But you will become envious of someone inside your house or someone known. Because only with the known people you connect. If someone in Hollywood or Bollywood, if you're following, and you see that they got tremendous success, you'll say, oh, all Maya. So that's also envy. But that envy is very superficial. It's exhibiting very superficial. Envy is deep rooted in our, but it's very superficially coming. But if someone, your neighbor with whom you connect, and you come to know that neighbor's child has performed in a drama in a school where your daughter or son is also studying, and the neighbor's daughter got first prize in the drama, then you see that envy coming from within and coming and coming and coming, outpouring, and you become more envious. So we can only exhibit envy with the person whom we are connected. So we can exhibit different emotions with the person whom we are connected. One is compassion, one is friendliness, one is love, affection, or anger, or enviousness. And different emotions we exhibit with a person when we are connected. And that is why Srila Prabhupada always stresses on the point on Sambandh Gyan. All the lectures of Prabhupada, it talks only about Sambandh Gyan and a little bit about Abhidya. That you connect with Krishna. Only when you connect with Krishna can you transfer your emotions. Otherwise not. So first option I said, we have is we can become envious of Yudhishthira. But I told you we will not be able to become. It's too far and too big. Okay. Second, what do? We ignore. Act. Okay. That's for Yudhishthira Maharaj. Krishna is so close, so dear, staying in his house. It's not going to happen with me. So just ignore and walk away. Or walk out, as they say. Third option in front of us is we take inspiration from Yudhishthira Maharaj. Such a dear servant of Krishna. I also want to become. If Yudhishthira Maharaj has become, that means there is hope for me also. So taking the understanding, taking the idea from Yudhishthira Maharaj, how he became devotee, let me also try to follow the footsteps of Yudhishthira Maharaj by the blessings of such great souls like Narada Muni, like Prabhupada and others. And I also want to become a devotee. So that Krishna comes and stays with me also. There's no enviousness in this. It's purely based on inspiration. And with a positive attitude, we are approaching towards the situation. So three options we have. Either we become envious, or we just ignore, apathy, or we just take inspiration and try to become a devotee so that we can go back to God. Let it was. And same three emotions we can exhibit with the people with whom we are connected. Yeah. Especially in the devotee community. I'll not talk non-devotee community. These three things happen there also, but because you are a practicing devotee, so there are less chances that this will happen with non-devotees. You will just say, even Maya. Even though you desire that Maya, we desire to have that kind of Maya. Until unless the soul becomes pure, it desires to be in Maya. At least for me, I can say, I desire. Why shall I put up a show? Oh, it's not Maya. Yes, it is Maya, but I desire. If I will not desire, I will be a different person. I'll become Virakta. Vairagi, renunciate. You may see a car which is like, 1 crore rupees. A neighbor purchased, and you say, oh, it's all Maya. Anyways, everything will be destroyed in this universe. Really? And after 1 month, you get from your boss that the company is very happy with your performance last 10 years. And company is wanting to give you a gift. That same car of 1 crore. Will you say it is mine? Will you say I don't want it? I'm happy coming in a public transport to office. I don't need a car. We desire mine. That is the only problem in the material world. And that's what Srila Prabhupada says, only we have to change is our desire. And the material world is not going to change. It's not that you become a devotee, the Kali Yuga will become Satyuga. No, it will remain Kali Yuga. It will only become worse as the days pass. So we have to become a devotee. We don't have to change the world. So our desire for Maya is very strong. Anyways, so same 3 emotions: envy, and ignoring, and inspirational. That is possible with everyone in our devotee community. Be it equal devotees, be it senior devotees, be it junior devotees, be it devotees in management services, be it devotees in higher management services who visit our zone only once in few months, be it guru, be it sannyasi, anyone. These 3 things will exhibit. And the entire Prahlad Maharaj's teachings, it says the same thing. Yeah? I want to read something from same canto. Let me what Prahlad Maharaj says on a beautifully Srila Prabhupada writes this. Do I have sharing rights? Oh, I do have.
Prabhuji, you should have.
Thank you. Now see what Prahlad Maharaj says. Same canto, 7.5.12. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased with the living entity because of his devotional service, one becomes a Pandita. Pandita Samadarshina. And does not make distinction between enemies, friends, and himself. Intelligently, he then thinks every one of us is an eternal servant of God, and therefore we are not different from one another. And Prabhupada's amazing purport. As far as I am concerned, my intelligence has not been polluted. Rather, by the grace of my spiritual master and by the grace of Lord Krishna, I have now learned that no one is my enemy and no one is my friend. We are all actually eternal servants of Krishna, but under the influence of externality, we think that we are separately situated from the Supreme Person of Godhead as friends and enemies of one another. The mistaken idea of how now has been corrected. Amazing. Same kind of we got the answer. So because we are not pure, we are bound to differentiate between enemies and friends. Not that we'll differentiate between, let me correct myself, we'll not differentiate between enemies and friends. We'll consider people, some people as enemies and some as friends. Even though nobody in the world is our friend and nobody is our enemy. And as Mr. Winston Churchill said, there are no permanent friends and no permanent enemies. You will see 5 years before, some devotee was your friend. He or she may not be now. Some devotee you consider as enemy, but may become a friend. Because we work according to situation. The situation in which I can, any living entity, any situation which allows me to gratify my senses, which allows things to happen my way, is my friend. And anyone who's trying to put an obstacle, even unknowingly, is my enemy. There's the only difference. There's the only definition of friend and enemy. Who's supporting my sense gratification? He's my friend. Someone who's not supporting my sense gratification, he's my enemy. Every situation of your life, you can just boil down to these two things. And as soon as you, because we are conditioned soul, we are not panditaha, samadarshina. So when we see differentiation, so there are three emotions: envy, inspiration, and ignorance, or ignoring. That happens with everyone. Even though the person with whom I am, dealing, I don't have to be envious. I am not envious because what other person is doing. I'm envious because there's envy deeply rooted in my heart. That's envy. Srila Prabhupada says in one of the conversation with some person uh, in Zurich, Switzerland, and that person is saying that I know this elementary knowledge, Swamiji. I want to hear something deeper. And Prabhupada says, if you know elementary knowledge, you exhibit the symptoms that you know. What I am teaching you, you say, I already know, then you should exhibit. You are a Christian, Jesus says, thou shalt not kill, and you're killing people. You're killing animals. How can you say that you have elementary knowledge? You do not have elementary knowledge also. Let me give you an example. It's like the child goes to a school, maybe the first entry class, and he learns A, B, C, D. He learns. So then, if he has learned it or not, can he write A, B, C, D without seeing? And if he's not, then he has not learned it. How will we advance to a different class? He has to learn the alphabet, then he has to learn the words, and then gradually sentence formation will happen. If he cannot write down A and B and C and D, simple elementary thing, how will he get promoted to higher class? So in ISKCON, we are in a hurry. Anyone who is in hurry to get deeper knowledge and tries to read so many different books apart from Prabhupada books, thinking that Prabhupada books are elementary. So my dear Prabhus and my dear Matajis, please exhibit the qualities what Srila Prabhupada has already taught. And then we become authorized to go and read the other books. Prabhupada was saying that, Krishna is telling, Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yanujana tatha dehantar prapte zira satram yati. You are not this body, you are soul. Have we understood that? I have not. Because I'm not acting on the platform of soul. I'm still acting on the platform of body. Krishna is telling, the root cause of misery is sense gratification. I'm still hankering for sense gratification. How can I even understand? How can I even claim to say that I have understood Bhagavad Gita when I have not? Understanding means applying. If I have understood, it should, the symptoms should be there that I have understood Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita talks of complete surrender, sarva dharman parityajya. Are we at that stage? Somehow Srila Prabhupada has very mercifully allowed us to read Bhagavatam. Otherwise, we do not deserve. Srimad Bhagavatam is Paramahamsa Samhita. We are not Paramahamsas. It's for Paramahamsas. But Prabhupada is very merciful. Given us so many things. Otherwise, Prabhupada would have just given us Bhagavad Gita. Understand Bhagavad Gita and you will go back to Godhead. You don't need anything. But Prabhupada knew that we will be hankering for different knowledge. So he gave us so many books. We don't deserve. The first sloka of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, 1.1.1. We do not even understand that. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I'm sorry, but I do not understand what is the meaning of Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I do not consider Lord Vasudeva as Bhagavan. If I consider Lord Vasudeva as Bhagavan, I'll definitely worship him. I'm not able to worship him 24 hours a day. I'm not even able to think about him for 24 minutes a day as Bhagavan. So I have not even understood what is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Then how can I, think that let me read Bhagavad Gita, let me read Bhagavatam. It's only and only mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And we are jumping over Prabhupada's books and going and reading other books. What to do? Conditioned souls, ungrateful always. Always ungrateful. So Prabhupada then he says that Swamiji, what is this elementary knowledge? How will I know whether I've understood? Prabhupada says the first thing you will exhibit as a symptom that you have become a devotee, that you will not harm any other living entity. So if you say that you have become a devotee, how can you harm animals? And here I am, not only harming animals, but harming human beings. With my words, with my actions, with my envious nature, with my thoughts. I'm harming so many devotees. What to talk about human beings? I'm harming devotees. So there is no symptom that I have become a devotee. So for practice, someone told us that, Prabhuji, Mataji, please chant one round of Hare Krishna. I should chant one round. Will I get to see Krishna when I chant one round? Do you think Krishna is available in Walmart or in India at DMart? Do you think Krishna is available at footpath that you can give $1 and purchase? So that is why people who are in too much hurry of acquiring knowledge or acquiring bhakti or too much hurry to see Krishna, they don't sustain for long. Because utsaha, nishchay and dharya, patience is very. We have gone on a wrong direction away from Krishna for billions of lifetimes. That means trillions and zillions of miles we have gone in wrong direction away from Krishna. So it will take time to come back to Krishna. Be very careful. Have that patience. Patience does not mean we slow down. We have to have enthusiasm and determination to practice. A lot of enthusiasm. But at the same time, we need patience. So these are two very apparently contradictory qualities. People think, oh, if I have to exhibit enthusiasm, I need result like this. And as I blink my eyes and open it, I should see Krishna right in front of me. People think that is enthusiasm. No, that's like monkeys jumping up and down. That's not enthusiasm. And patience does not mean, oh, okay, it's only 11 o'clock in the night. I have already chanted 2 rounds today, 14 more to go. It's okay, I'll chant. What's the hurry? That is not patience. People have to understand enthusiasm in action and patience in result. That is what enthusiasm and patience will go together. Enthusiastic about acting in Krishna consciousness. Enthusiasm about chanting, enthusiasm about reading books, enthusiasm about attending classes, and patience in getting the result. So the first quality Prabhupada says, if you become a devotee, you will be harmless. You will not harm others. So let us ask ourselves, with my words, with my thoughts, with my deeds, kaya, manasa, vacha, body, mind and words, am I harming any other person? Then I have not become a devotee. Even the other person may harm me, but I will not harm. That is what Yudhishthir Maharaj exhibited, and he's Ajata Shatru. That is why Krishna is sitting in his home. Yudhishthir Maharaj exhibited this. Yudhishthir, Duryodhan was trying to harm, but Yudhishthir said, no, he's our brother. When will we learn? Forget about the world. At least all ISKCON devotees are my brothers and sisters. They are mine. This is my family. When will I come to that level? I'm talking about myself. I'm way far from this realization that ISKCON is my family. And that is why my life is miserable. Because mind is always trying to think how to harm others, how to get benefited. Even if I have to, crush others, I'm ready to do it. That selfishness has to go. Haridas Thakur. These two people were beating him like anything. But he was so merciful. Nityanand Prabhu, so merciful. Jagayavad. Srivas Thakur, so merciful to Chapal Gopal, who tried to harm him, who tried to destroy his good name. And so many examples. So many examples. Even in recent times, Prabhupada and so many of our gurus, they exhibit this quality. Completely harmless. Even if you harm them, they'll not retaliate. They'll accept it as their karma and they'll be good to you. Then you become a devotee. Then you talk about big things. Just chanting a few rounds and mind and consciousness and heart filled with lust, anger, greed, envy, and we want to hear about Krishna's pastime in Goloka Vrindavan. We want to discuss about Radha Krishna with this lusty heart. First, let me not harm anyone. Krishna's creation. Prabhupada says, how can you love Krishna at the same time you harm Krishna's children? How is that possible? Prabhupada is not going to give it up. He will put logic in front of you that you can never defeat. Only thing is some people, only few people follow Prabhupada. And many just think that we are following Prabhupada, but they're following their own mind. Manorathena sati dhavanto. So let us pray and try to take inspiration how Yudhishthir Maharaj has behaved. Let me try to adopt one quality and behave with devotees. And then Krishna will be pleased. And then Krishna will come and stay not only in my house, but in my heart and never go from it. That is required. And that is why Shukadeva Goswami is addressing Yudhishthir as Bharatarshabha. Bharatarshabha, or best of the personality in Bharat dynasty. Krishna is considering you as his cousin. Such amazing thing. We have to just follow. If I wish to bring that good fortune for myself, I should follow these great acharyas and serve the devotees around me. But that becomes the challenge. We are ready to serve a devotee who is like 10,000 miles from you. But we are not ready to serve a devotee who is only 10 meters away from you. Because I don't have proper Sambandha Gyan, that he is Krishna's man, Krishna Jana, Hari Jana. So I think, no, why will I serve him? And we become envious, angry at envious of him. So then Krishna will come and stay with us. No? Okay. So I'll just stop here. If any devotee would like to add, share their realization, so that will benefit me also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for this beautiful session, Prabhuji. And very truly said, Srila Prabhupada has given us everything in his books. It's just that we have to take that time to sit and understand Srila Prabhupada's purpose. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please go ahead if you have any realizations or if you have any questions for Prabhuji. Please go ahead and unmute yourself or raise your hand. Okay. I don't see any questions or raised hands, Prabhuji. I think
Okay, so
that we can. And Her Grace Radha Jyoti Mataji has the question. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please accept my humble obeisances. Please explain how determination is cultivated in Krishna consciousness.
So Krishna gives the answer for this in Bhagavad Gita. Yesham tvantagatam papam jananam punyakarmam te dvandam nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrata. How to come to the level of dridhavrata, the determination. Yesham tvantagatam papam. When the sinful life is stopped. So that is why Srila Prabhupada said, stop this sinful life. But the reactions are still coming. But we still do some pious activities. And here the pious activities is not, Ishamto antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam. What is punya karma? Krishna is teaching bhakti. He is not telling that, go and donate blankets and food and this. Punya karmana means punya shravana kirtanaha. Srimad Bhagavatam it is said. To practice bhakti is the best pious activity, the best punya. So we stop the sinful activities. And we practice more and more and more and more bhakti. Then what happens? Isham tvantagatam papam jananam punya karma te dvanda moha nirmukta. Dvanda, the dualities in my life, that this is right, this is wrong. This is friend, this is enemy. This is mine, this is not mine. I like this, I don't like this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I like this, I don't like this. This is Maya. Ei bhalo, ei manda, ei sab brahm. This is all illusion. This is good, this is bad. It's all illusion. So when we are out of this dvanda and moha, illusion, so come out of the dualities and illusion, nirmuktaha, freedom from dualities and illusion. Then what happens? Bhajate mam dridavritaha, that determination comes. So till that time we practice. Till that time we naturally become so determined. We practice. We practice. We push. We push. Push. And I think I've already told, but I'll tell again. Srimad Bhagavatam, you can write it down. 1.2.16. 1.2.16 to 1.2.21. 6 verses. Please read, make a flow chart, and see how these verses they unfold. From zero to hero, how you become. If anyone wants to become a devotee, and all the gradual stages and steps are mentioned in these 6 verses. 1.2.16 to 1.2.20. Very wonderful. How we can become. What is the first step? To serve Mahat Sevayan. To serve a pure devotee. And when you serve a pure devotee, and Srila Prabhupada is definitely a pure devotee. To serve his instruction, follow his instruction. Then what will happen? Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. Then you develop that affinity for hearing the messages of Lord Vasudeva. Then you will have that, desire to read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. That should develop. And then everything will unfold. So very interesting, these 6 verses. I tell everyone to study, read the translation, read the purport, make a flow chart, just follow it. You become a pure devotee. The stricter, or rather I would say, the more sincere we are in following these 6 verses, the sooner we become pure. Evam prasanna manaso. We'll be so happy. Even if there is a nuclear war, we'll be happy. We have nothing to do with it. Right now, even one fever disturbs our consciousness. But even nuclear war cannot do anything if I become a devotee. And it happened. Prabhupada is a pure devotee. 1942, Prabhupada is writing. And Japan is bombing Calcutta because India was a subsidiary, not a subsidiary. India was under control of England, and England had a fight with Japan in the World War. So Japan is bombing, and people are leaving Calcutta. And they told Prabhupada that Abhay, why don't you leave? He said, I'm not afraid. If bombs are nothing but Krishna. And if Krishna has to come and embrace me, I'll open my arms and let him embrace in the form of death. Why should I run away? Pure devotee, happy in all the situation. A lot of bombings happening. Prabhupada is not affected. Okay, Mataji. One more question. Oh. You will read this question, Mataji, for
Sure,
everyone?
Prabhuji. I can do that, Prabhuji. So the next is Vrinda Gopika Mataji has thanked you, Prabhuji, for the class. And Himangi Gopishwari Mataji has a question. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the beautiful class. How to get rid of envy? Hare Krishna.
How to get rid of envy? See, for everything, answer is same. Chant Hare Krishna. When we ask questions for different diseases, how to get rid of envy, how to get rid of lust, how to get rid of anger, how to control anger, how to come out of illusion? Answer is same. The heart has to get purified. Right now, the soul is under illusion because heart is impure. The consciousness is impure. Once the consciousness gets purified, everything is okay. Suppose you are cooking. Some guests are coming, some senior devotees are coming to your house, and you cook so many different things. You cook like 4 or 5 varieties of vegetables, then dal, then pulao, and then puris and parathas, salads, and raita, and so many different types of sweets. So you all like 15, 16 varieties. But adjacent to your house, there's someone has thrown a dead body. And everything is stinking in that surrounding because of that body. So whether it is sweet, whether it is paneer ka sabji, whether it is mixed vegetable or any other vegetable, whether it is pulao, paratha, everything will have that flavor of stinking. Everything will like smell so bad. The smell is good in the food, but because of this, fumes from the dead body, or maybe you can say, if you don't want to take the example of dead body, you have freshly painted your house and you wanted a very good color, but this color gives a lot of fumes. That chemical smell is there. So even though you have cooked everything with different masalas and different ingredients, everything to be flavored differently, but everything will flavor same because of the chemicals. So what is the solution? It has to go out. The food is already pure, it's flavorful, it's colorful, it's tasteful. So soul is pure. There's no anartha in the soul. But the covering is there. So be it lust, be it anger, be it greed, be it illusion, be it envy, be it false ego, everything is same thing. It's just a covering. So the solution is same. Chant Hare Krishna. Read Prabhupada's books. Follow the instruction given in the books. And the heart has to gradually get purified. That's what I said, 1.2.16 onwards. You read these 6 verses, you will come to know how the heart has to get purified. And once the heart is purified, you are out of tamogun, you are out of rajagun, and only pure goodness, then there's no problem, there's no envy. So it's not that there is a different medicine for envy, or I have to give you different mantra, secret mantra, and for lust there is different, and for greed there is different mantra. No, mantra is same. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the topmost mantra in the entire creation. It's Rambam. So, any question, how to, people, many devotees, they ask, my enthusiasm wavers up and down. How to keep enthusiasm always up? Same. Chant Hare Krishna, read Prabhupada's books, hear Prabhupada's lectures, serve devotees, eat prasad, serve Krishna, serve Guru. Same solution. Solution will not change. You ask any question, the answer is same. Attentive chant. There's no other answer. And I can sit and I'll give answer to your question in 45 minutes. What is the use? Rather, I'll give you answer in 3 minutes, and then rest 42 minutes you chant Hare Krishna and get purified. That is more important. Yeah. Next.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for that answer. Prabhuji, there is Lalita and Lalita Mataji and His Grace Dinabandhu Prabhu have put in a wonderful glorification. I will read that. Dear Chakravarti Prabhu, please accept our most humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for so clearly explaining how to please our spiritual master and Lord Krishna. By finding the inspiration from all devotees and praying to become intensely honest with ourselves and recognizing we have not yet embraced and realized that we are all servants of the Lord. Your advice to become patient, determined, and remain enthusiastic will serve us best in our goal towards pure Krishna consciousness. Thank you for such an excellent presentation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Your grateful servants, Lalita Devi Dasi and Dinabandhu Gurudas. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All those things. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class, and very nicely you explain how envious we are, like from inside, even though we are doing devotional service at the same time. The envy comes, and if we would have been in the time of Yudhishthira Maharaj, we definitely would have been envious of Yudhishthira Maharaj, as we are envious of other devotees. That's a very nice examples, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Wonderful class, Prabhuji.
I just want to thank Dinabandhu Gurudas Prabhu Lalita Mataji. Such humble servants of Srila Prabhupada. I just came to know your Prabhupada disciple, but just seeing some spark in me, and I'm just repeating Prabhupada's words, and yet you are appreciating me. All this appreciation goes to Srila Prabhupada and devotees like you, who have served the mission from last more than 50 years and still going on and inspiring so many devotees. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you very much, my dear Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Shamagari Mataji, shall we end here?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful session, for joining us here today. We would like to offer our obeisances to you and all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva Vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. His Grace Chakravarti Prabhuji ki
Jai.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Nitya.